Well, the snow may have stopped, but take a look at this. Do you see this? Hundreds of drivers in Virginia stuck in their cars on an icy I-95. They've been there since yesterday. If you look closely, you can see some people out and about on the highway. One person had to let their dog out of their car. Yeah, a tractor-trailer crash caused this standstill that runs 48 miles long. Some drivers say they are out of gas, they don't have food, they don't have water. NBC 10 spoke with some local travelers stuck for hours. Mayk joins us now with more on that. Lauren?
Yeah, Rosemary, this is just a nightmare situation. In the cold, in the dark for hours, and with no idea how long it will last. Well, some people have now made it home. Others at this hour are still on the road, as the state's governor says crews are working to get to them.
From a distance, a stunning stretch of vehicles extending miles along I-95. Up close, agonizing hours.
We're trying to survive out here.
A family from Philadelphia heading back to a new home in Georgia, stuck overnight.
We prayed and we just went to sleep. So we just now waking up. I guess we done had about 4 or 5 hours of sleep.
It's the kind of delay no one expects. Drivers and passengers stranded along the interstate in Virginia after a tractor-trailer crash. But it is bringing back memories of what happened on the Pennsylvania Turnpike in 2016. This was in Somerset County, when cars, trucks, and buses filled with college sports teams were stranded for more than a day. The National Guard helped dig them out. In this situation, Virginia's Department of Transportation tweeting updates about help to get people out. But even that saw challenges, as driver Jennifer Travis posted.
Emergency crews are trying to get up, but they can't pass all the cars in the way and the 2 trucks that are stalled.
Among those stuck on 95 last night, NBC correspondent Josh Letterman, who says drivers were turning to Twitter for information about what was happening.
We had no idea how long we were going to be there or what was being done to try to get us out of there.
He'd expected to get back home to D.C. around 5:15. At least that's what his GPS initially told him. He says traffic ended up at a standstill for 11 hours.
And it became a really scary situation once we realized that this wasn't necessarily going to be just a few hours of waiting in the evening, that we might have to spend the night in the car without food, without water, without knowing when we'd be able to fill our gas tanks and whether it would last to keep the car warm throughout the night, as the temperatures were dipping to about 26 outside.
For some, the wait stretching through a second day, trying to get home.
Now, I've been communicating with someone from Philadelphia who tells me they are on a bus on I-95 and have been since yesterday. The good news is they do seem to be moving at this point. We'll update you as we learn more about that situation. And coming up next hour, a U.S. senator is among those who got stuck in his car, making what ended up being a more than 24-hour trek to Washington, D.C. Hear from him about what it's been like and the act of kindness he witnessed along the way. I'm Mayk, NBC 10 News.